Okay, while we wait for our CEO, I want to talk about, we sell infection products, right? So I'll basically be talking about that. So, infection. As you're not like someone might come to you and tell you, look at the symptoms that happen. And most of these people, they can throw one question like this and they throw you off balance. If you don't know what to answer, you now be looking for somebody that is higher than you to ask the person so you get a reply. When you come to infection, you cannot talk about infection without talking about microorganisms. You need to talk about the microorganisms causing this infection. Now you may ask yourself, what are microorganisms? Microorganisms are organisms that cannot be seen with an unaided eye. Guys, you cannot use your naked eye. An organism might be on this table now, but looking at it, I may not see it, except with the use of a microscope. That is when I'll be able to see this microorganism. And this microorganism has the ability to cause different kinds of infection. You get it? It has the ability to cause different kinds of infection. Now, who discovered this thing? Because it takes a whole lot of knowledge for someone to know that something might be on this table and might cause a particular problem. You understand? Yes, it takes a whole lot of knowledge for someone to move now on this table and find out that there may be something on this table that can cause that problem. Now, the person that the scientist that discovered microorganisms is scientist Van Leeuwenhoek. That's the person that did what? Discovered. Are we still? You need to move for right there.
You can go on our
So we need to. The person that invented what microorganisms is scientist. Someone might decide to ask you because these things there are some necessary things you should have as your fingertips. You may not. No knowledge is a waste. You might just be going on the road now. Someone will come, like me now. I might just be walking on the road. But someone will say, excuse me, please, do you know? Or you might just see yourself anywhere. You might just see yourself anywhere, and a question comes up. You now say, if you provide an answer to that, the person will know at least you have an idea of that. So there's no knowledge is a waste. You understand? So the person that discovered microorganisms is a scientist. We know that was scientist Anthony Van Leeuwenhoek. How did he find this thing? When he used lens, when we come to microbiology, what they used to see always is lens. Like as we're going to use our artificial that they called lenses. So when you use the lens, he now sees those microorganisms. But if he removes that lens, he cannot see them. You understand? He cannot see those microorganisms. So he now defined them as what? Microorganisms. Why? Because you cannot see them with your naked eye. Only with the use of what? Microorganisms. So now, how did he now come and divide these microorganisms into different species? Because different sicknesses, different infections has different things causing it. You might see somebody now, someone might tell you, I'm having an infection, look at the drug I'm taking. You say, me, I have an infection. But this person says she's taking ciprofloxacin. Okay, let me advise you. Take it now and see whether it will cure your sickness. It will not, because you don't know what is even wrong with the person. You understand? You don't even know what is wrong with the person. And you now went to go and take your own. It will definitely not work. So what he did to classify these microorganisms into different species is He did what he called isolation, characterization, and identification. What do I mean by isolation? If you look on this table now, he will say that there are different microorganisms, but there are ones that are doing one kind of way. Maybe they are doing like this. These ones are doing like this. He now bring all of them on one side. He now saw these ones are in this shape. They are doing this kind of way. He brings them one side. He has isolated everyone and kept them at different areas. Now, characterization, what did he do? How does this one behave? How does this one behave? If I look into the microscope now and see this thing, what will make me know that it's this thing? Due to the way it is behaving. Is it because it's doing like this? Or if it does it waits a little minute before it does it again? Or these ones, they are consistently doing that action without stopping. You understand? So now, he now characterized them and maybe calls this one bacteria. Are you getting me? Calls this one virus. Calls this one fungi. Calls another type algae. Algae. These are different types of microorganisms. We also have protozoa. We also have protozoa. There are different types of microorganisms. So now, these are the type of microorganisms. What gave us these things? Isolation, characterization, and identification. So we've identified the microorganisms on this table that are capable of causing infections. You understand? Now let's come to what we are saying. Infection could be caused by bacteria, it could be caused by protozoa, it could be caused by virus, it could be caused by algae or fungi. So someone might tell you now, as a marketer, you are, mommy teach you, I'm having some symptoms like that, so what would I do? You now educate the person. You know, there's a way you talk to somebody will know that you really know what the person will be confused. If you say the person doesn't even want to buy, the person will buy. We tell the person that there is what we call microorganisms. And these microorganisms are organisms that you cannot see with unaided eye, that's with your naked eye. And there are different types. It could be bacteria, protozoa, virus, algae, or fungi. So we need to know the particular organism that is causing that infection for you. So that's why you need to go and run some tests. If you tell somebody like this, it's not, I'm not teach you, or there's something to look at, go and run tests. There's a way you even if you go now to see a doctor, a medical doctor, there's a way doctor talks to you about something. You get a clear definition of what you are even going to do. You understand? So these are the microorganisms. Okay? So now, when you come into this microorganism, there are different types. But we don't want to go into all those because we are not doing microbiology. There are even different types of these microorganisms. So now, what are the tests that you can now tell somebody to go and run for these infections? We have blood tests. We have blood tests. We have urine culture tests. We also have the one we call urine MCS. This MCS means microscopy. Microscopy, culture, and sensitivity. Do you understand? Microscopy, culture, and sensitivity. I will explain. Then we also have HBS, high vaginal swab test. High vaginal swab test. So this are some of the key tests you can send someone to go and do for an infection in order to detect an infection. Now, blood test is just going to the hospital. They will now use the person's blood to run a test. See, when you come to infection, do you know that there are infections that it's when it's in your blood, it will tell. There's what we call, when you can believe with me, if you are giving drugs, we give you detoxifier. The work of that detoxifier is to cleanse that infection from your blood. Do you understand? You cannot give someone infection medicine when the blood is already contaminated, when the blood is already latent. So you have to cleanse the person's blood, so the ones that are in the blood will clear, so the remaining ones will not clear through the drugs. Are you understanding me? So this, if there is any infection, be it bacteria, be it fungi, this blood test will detect that there is a foreign body inside this person's blood. When an infection comes into your body, it's not a foreign body. You understand? It will detect that there is a foreign body inside this infection, this blood, this person's blood. Are you with me?
Please check that one.
This blood test will detect that there is a foreign body inside your blood. It could be bacteria, it could be fungi, it could be anything. Then urine culture test, you use urine. That's why if you tell somebody don't do blood, go and do urine culture test. They will use your urine. The urine is your sample, the sample they will use. They will now use it to carry out that test. Inside that urine culture, they also be able to find out the particular organism that is responsible for that infection. And mind you, as this bacteria is, I told you there are different types. As there are different types of bacterial infection, we have staph infection. We have different types. The way the microorganism responsible for causing staph is behaving is different from the way microorganism causing gonorrhea behaves. So that is why if I'm able to look through the microscope and I just see this, say, this is the behavior of Staphylococcus aureus. So this is it. You understand? Also, the microorganism causing candida. If I just see it, the way they are saying, in the microscope, this is the way this thing is supposed to behave. So this is Candida albicans. That's why they come and tell you, after 48 hours of incubation, Candida albicans was found in your urine culture test. That's how it is being found. So if you are not into it, it's the work of the microbiologists. You are not going into that. So they really want to look through the microscope, incubate it for some hours, and now give you results. Then now, urine MCS, I say this, microscopy, culture, and sensitivity test. Now, do you know when you're running an infection test, this microscopy is just collecting the sample. Are you hearing me? Be it urine or be it blood, collect the sample, view it through the microscope. Then you now culture it. There's what we culture it in a plate. Like there's what we call where you use it, collect the sample, culture it in a plate. Then after culturing it, you are now able to find out the particular microorganism. Then this sensitivity test will tell you the particular antibiotics to use to treat that infection for the medical field. I hear it. It will tell you the particular drugs. It will tell you, it can tell you ciprofloxacin 3+. Have you seen that kind of a thing in your test before? It will tell you maybe cotrimazole 2+. It will tell you gentamicin 1+. It means that as you're seeing this thing, the drug that is higher here is what? Cipro. Cotrimazole 2, gent 1. You know now, if you are to treat this person now, this Cipro should be higher in using it to treat the person because it has a higher distance. So cotrimazole you can just add, but it will tell you the particular drugs to use. So if you go outside this drug now and use your own, it will not work. That's what sensitivity is all about. There's also a one to tell you the drugs you are resistant to, your body is resistant to. Even if you might see some people in the hospital, they will use a particular drug, they start reacting immediately because their body doesn't accept those kind of drugs. You understand? So this is it. When you see something like this, just know that someone might do test now. Maybe you send that person to do and do infection, but this person brings the results. Don't be afraid if you see all those kind of things. It's just the drugs to be used and all that. So we have HVS. HVS test. What is HVS? High vaginal swab test. The one where they will insert a jar, just like a something like this, or a smaller. They insert it inside your vagina to look for infection using your discharge. Like they will insert it into your vagina, then incubate it for some hours, then they now come out for results and tell you look at the. So all these things can be able to find out infection. You understand? That I'm telling somebody now that you should go and do blood tests, urine tests. It's not the only thing that these two can find out an infection, just depending on the one you choose to send the person for. But anyone, if you decide to choose the person, to tell the person rather to go and do urine culture is okay, blood test is okay, HBS, UNCS, all of them are still going to work out the same thing. So now coming to the drugs here. I don't know, maybe should be the ones to explain by herself the infection drugs. These are the drugs, right? For infections. Like I said earlier on. Or question. Yeah. Yes.
Like if someone should come to you, if someone should come to you with a particular issue, there is a particular test that that person is required to do. As someone just comes to you that I have maybe 5 or you say, go I have this, I go for this. So that's
okay. I understand what you're saying.
Male and female.
I understand what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay. So I should
Yeah.
If it's a woman that is having infertility issues, she comes to you now, madam, I'm finding it difficult to conceive. I don't know what's the problem. You now ask the person. There's what we call primary infertility and secondary infertility. You ask the person, have you given birth before? How many children? Or have you not? You understand? These are the questions you first ask. Then the person tells you, I'm feeling one, but it was a stillbirth. But I have two, they are alive, you say okay. And the person told you, I may not ask how many years you married, the person now tells you, now record it. Then now, the person tells you, you now ask the person, what, have you done any tests? You want to know the position of her body system, her womb, her reproductive organs. That's the main thing that are going to give us a baby. You need to know if those things are in order. Tell that woman if she has not done it, tell her to go and do a pelvic scan test. Are you hearing me?
No, it's not for the government.
Tell her to do a pelvic scan test. This pelvic scan test will tell us the situation of her uterus, the position, the size, how it is. It will also tell us if there is any problem. This pelvic scan can detect that fibroid you're talking about. It will tell you the uterus is measured with this, millimeters and that. Then there is a myometrium and that. It will tell you if this person has fibroid in this pelvic scan test. Then this pelvic scan test can also be used to find out if the person has PID, because they will tell you there is a collection of fluid, watch of the class. It will tell you now if you see that there is fluid in watch of Douglas, that person has PID. Do you understand?
I said
That one is for fibroid. You understand? Then now, if the person tells you that her tubes, that she doesn't know if her tubes are old or not, that she's not sure, maybe she has had one encounter, tell her to go and do HSG. We do call it HSG. What is the full name of HSG? Eh? We do call it HSD. Oh, do HSD. Oh, go and see it. What is the full name? Hysterosapingograph. 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 That's the formula. Somehow, I don't know what is this. Hysterosapingograph. That's the. So this HSD will tell us if the woman's tubes are open. You understand? If it is blocked or if it is open, this HSD will tell us. Do you understand?
Yes.
It will tell us if her tubes are open. Are you understanding me? Yes. So this one is for blocked tubes. Yeah? Then if it's a man that came to you as regards to infection, also tell him to go and do one of those tests I mentioned earlier on. Urine culture test, blood test, urine FCS, but he will not do HBS, so you understand? So if Nina comes to you, maybe he's telling you maybe he has quick ejaculation, he's having quick ejaculation, or things regarding to sperm, you send him to go and do sperm analysis. Sperm analysis test. Are you hearing me? This will tell us how his sperm is functioning. How many millions of sperms is it producing? Is his sperm okay to pregnant a woman? Because men do feel everything is from the woman. They do feel everything is from, but most times the problems do come from them. So sperm analysis test will tell us if his sperm is okay or not. Then if it's someone that comes to you as maybe she's having some hormonal issues, you are not sure, tell the person to go and do hormonal profile test. Hormonal profile test. You know, men have their own hormones. Women also have their own. The men, they have what we call their own hormone is testosterone. Men have testosterone, that's their own hormone. Then we women, they have what we call estrogen, progesterone. Estrogen, progesterone. We also have prolactin here. So these are, you need to know the levels of, are this thing okay? Because each one has the proportion it is supposed to be in the body. So when this one now is becoming higher than this one, but becoming higher than it's supposed to be, becomes a problem. Or this one now is lower than the way it should be, it now becomes a problem. So hormonal profile test will tell us if her hormones are okay. It will tell us, we know where the problem is coming from. So if we now find out that it's a hormonal problem, we'll now give hormonal balancing drugs. Do you understand? We'll now give hormonal balancing drugs. So, any other question? Any other question? First and foremost, you need to know what is wrong with the person. There is what we call diagnosis. You need to know what is a proper diagnosis. You must do it to know what is the problem, so you know what to treat. Doctor, if you go to a hospital now to see a doctor, I'm having problem. The doctor will ask you what is wrong with you. You will not say fever, chills, headache, fatigue. I'm feeling fatigue. The doctor will not tell you for how long has this been happening. You not tell the doctor will tell you, have you taken anything? Have you taken? So this thing are just for you to make a proper diagnosis, to know what is wrong with that person. You understand? So you send that person to scan, to test, to run some tests. So when you're treating, you know what you're treating, and the person is seeing results. Because some people are doing it, even some pharmacists, some people, chemist people, some different people do it. Once someone comes to your shop, madam, I'm having headache, bring that drug, don't even know what is wrong with the person, but you just want to sell market sharp sharp, and the person will go to his or hers and be taking, and he's not working. The person now say this person doesn't know. You have to know what you're treating first before you go into treatment. Any other question? Any other question? And one thing, another thing is when you're treating infection treatment, like now as our drugs are here, you give someone this, the person takes the first dosage, and the person will be like, oh God, I'm okay. I don't feel like taking another one. It's a lie. It has not cleared. Because you might get someone that has an infection and you now give the person the first dosage, the person takes and tells you, I'm okay. No. That infection hasn't cleared. Yeah? It's like if it's an infection that we have acute infection, we have chronic infection. If it's an infection that has stayed in the body for so long, just once the person 3 months, 2 to 3 complete months, the person will consistently be on drugs. Do you understand me? For that infection to clear very well from the system. You understand? As I mentioned earlier on, cleansing it from the blood. Because some infections do affect the blood. So that's why we detoxify. It cleans your system, cleans those infections.
I think that one would be better if the person goes for test. Maybe we check the test before, maybe by saying to you, it's just better like the way she normally does. She will just tell you how the person 5 months treatment.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. You can give the person 3 months.
Don't argue. Just tell the person 3 months. Because if you tell the person that, okay, take after this one, take this one, you say it's too much or it's too expensive. Just go straight and tell the person that it's 5 months or it's 3 months.
Yes.
Like you said before, sometimes your body system also maybe affects.
Yes.
Some go faster, some go
Yes.
so give extra notes. Extra money, depending on the body system.
Yes, because some infection. Yeah, because you see staph is a very difficult. Sometimes staph is very difficult. You can now go and you may start to use English medicine, and you now treat it for some time. That's why you see this staph is now very rampant. If you now use the drugs, some drugs to treat, and it hasn't cleared fully, those drugs now will not be resistant to your products. If you go back and take those drugs, it's not going to work. So for those kind of infection, you give higher time, 3 to 4, tell the person minimum. So the person will have an idea. So that it's not after taking our medication now, and the person goes and relax, the person is not complete the dose of it. The person has to say our drug is not working.
Like
it's not
I told
to.
I told the person 5 months. I mean 5 sets. I made it clear to her that it's 5 sets. But instead of that, she will start with 2 sets.
Okay.
So now she knows that anything that she's coming back,
Yes.
she's not expecting that to play it. And if that to does play it, it's a miracle.
Yes.
You understand?
So I don't know, the people online, if they have questions, Felix, Thomas, ask them. If you can ask.
Okay.
You can say that if they have questions.
Okay. Another thing I was made again, as we are treating, please, they should also teach us some food they need to take. Because I think this kind of thing make me slow down the trends, the effectiveness of the job there.
This class will always be an ongoing class,
Okay.
so it's something you can learn from it.
Okay, so our online, those following us online, you can throw in your questions.
Repeat.
Those following online, please, you can throw your questions so we can answer your questions.
It's not a meeting. I go on this. Figure out that to manage that students.
Okay, any other questions? Because I've talked to you. Any other questions? Any other questions? to explain
Someone is trying to ask. Tell her to type it. Type it in space.
you can type the question.
Type and send. Please continue your class. If you see questions, always take it. Are you sure your class?
Yeah, another thing I want to also say is infections. You know, as I said earlier, infection is a foreign body. Some infections, when they come into your system, they now bring directly into the system. Your immune system becomes very low that it cannot be able to resist that infection. Okay? It cannot be able to resist that infection. Even this, what HIV does is that when it enters your system, it reduces your immune system will drastically. You know, our immune system is something that helps us to fight against infection. Someone now might come in here with an infection, but if your immune system is very high, you may not get that infection. But someone that has a low immune system will grab it immediately. So this is what this sickness does. So for you to treat infection, you need to also be boosting your immune. That's why we also tell people to get immune boosting drugs while taking the drugs too. And also this drug, vitamin C, also helps to fasting the effectiveness of the drugs and encourage the healing process. Vitamin C 1000 mg. It helps also. So if you are telling anybody, tell the person also you need to get some, or even this vitamin D, all of this supplement, the person needs to be taking it too, so it will help to build the person's immune system to be able to fight the infection.
So for the patients or fibroid patients,
I'm talking about infection. No, what I'm talking here, everything I've been saying is not about infection. Something I've been saying here is infection. So you should be able to get all those supplements to be able to treat that, especially this one. Don't joke with it. Huh? Don't joke with that food. And immune boosting drugs. Although we also give immune boosting drugs, but you know, as to help yourself, it's much faster to be working very well, get these drugs. So it helps. So, and when two couples, as when a couple they are treating infection, they should stay away from sexually transmitted. They should stay away from intercourse. Okay, so that the drugs should be able to work. Even if they want to do anything, they should be with protection. Advise them. You cannot treat a husband infection without treating the wife.
that's what I'm saying now. When they go together, they are taking the drugs.
They are taking the drugs, but they have not cleared yet. Their system is not cleared yet. Their system is not cleared now. It's just like you are cleaning this spot. You're also cleaning this spot. They too, they are dating. After now, they'll still come and they'll not be dating again. So it's not advisable. It's not advisable. It's just like a girlfriend and a boyfriend. Maybe the boyfriend has infection and the girl has gotten the infection. You now still go back. You're taking drugs, so but you now still go back to your boyfriend. You're still getting back. So it's not advisable. You have to treat. They both, you have to treat themselves very well before anything. Because some people will be doing and they will not say drugs and not working. That's not true. You're not taking the right things. You're not doing the right things you should do. Any other question from everything I've said? So let me ask a small question from what I've said. Infection, what are the microorganisms that can cause infection? From what I've said.
That's what we answer all this. I don't think it's necessary.
Okay.
But I don't think you want the question that I'm going to write now.
Someone can ask you. Someone can ask you. Like, because someone can ask me now, someone can, if somebody staff, but what could be causing it? You say, it's a bacterial infection. If you say all these sicknesses, you should be able to know what is causing them. Staff. chlamydia, syphilis. Don't say I'm managed that. We say it's a bacterial infection. So the person is bacterial infection, this and that. So what I'm asking is, what I needed is bacteria, fungi, virus. So the patient, someone can just ask it. I think I'm done here.
Thank you very much. It was very entertaining.